Healthcare is one of the best performing sectors this year, but the fate of that rally could hang in the balance in tonight's poll results. Meg Tirrell's at CNBC headquarters with more. Hi, Meg.
Hey, Mel. Well, midterms aren't usually a major source of volatility for healthcare stocks, but the 2016 presidential election marked a turning point for the sector. And the outcome of today's elections could yield some big moves. A major focus on drug prices and divisiveness over the Affordable Care Act have only intensified in the last 2 years, with analysts now predicting some potentially large swings depending on the outcome of today's elections. Now, let's look at biotech and large pharma stocks through the IBB and XLV ETFs. Biotech's had a tough month, with the IBB down almost 7%. While large pharma stocks have performed about in line with the broader market. Biotechs, because they're smaller and more volatile, tend to reflect market fears more than large pharma stocks. So what do analysts see happening in different election scenarios? Most expected, if Democrats take the House but not the Senate, we may see a minor rally in drug stocks because investors expect gridlock in that situation. Cowen Research does warn if Democrats gain either chamber, they are likely to hold many hearings about drug pricing. But if Democrats sweep both the House and the Senate, analysts say drug stocks could take a major hit. And fears about broader changes to the healthcare system leading into the 2020 election could pressure other parts of the space as well, like health insurers. And if history is our guide, expect a stronger reaction from biotechs, but potentially a big one from large pharmas too. The single day after the 2016 election, biotechs gained almost 9%, while pharmas gained 3.5%. Mel, back over to you.
All right, Meg, thanks. Meg Tirrell back at headquarters. Guy Adami,
yes.
Where do you go in this space, and what do you think? Because drug pricing has been a bipartisan issue.
Bipartisan issue, but, you know, President Trump tweets about drug pricing back in the spring.
Yeah.
Pfizer drug's trading $36.50. 6 months later, Pfizer drug is trading $44. So the stock has gone up pretty much in a straight line. The biggest move we've seen in PFE probably in the last decade or so. So although the rhetoric is out there, the stocks are telling you something else. I'll say this, though. There are a couple that concern me. Eli Lilly being one. If you look, Eli Lilly down big today, 3.5%, 4%. 105, line in the sand all through the fall, held there the entire time. Here we are again. I think it's critical it holds there. And I think Pfizer, although it hasn't gone up recently, hasn't really gone down much. I happen to think Pfizer is building a base for the next leg higher.
Yeah, you know, you look at Merck, look at some of the other big pharma names, and they've all made the same move. And I think it's coincident with a rotational shift in the market. I agree with everybody here. I think this is an apolitical story. As much as that seems to be antithetical to what's been going on, I actually don't think it matters. I actually think if the market is struggling under higher multiples, these stocks will continue to outperform. And that's where we've been since June. Let's be clear. That's why I think they've outperformed.
For the big pharma, but maybe not for biotech.
Yes.
Or do you think also
sorry,
for biotech?
big pharma, that's my point on big pharma.
I think either way, people talk about ACA being overturned. I think either way, it's a win for HMOs. It's a win for drug companies, because if you could become more efficient and you don't have to cover everybody, then you're more efficient and it's a tailwind. If you have to cover everybody, you build your base. So it's a tailwind as well. So I think it's a win-win all around. I like the big pharma stocks as well.
I thought it was interesting. Look at Mylan today. I mean, that was up very big on an, on an earnings beat, and so maybe that shows you how depressed they all are. If they can put up decent earnings, I mean, they've come down a long way.